Tun, just want to ask you a question on the pipeline matter that was raised by the Finance Ministry. Does the issue raise any further suspicion from perhaps that China or Chinese money may have been, and other projects may have been used to pay off 1MDB debts?
Well, we will investigate that. But this idea that you should pay berkala according to time without regard for the further progress of work is wrong. So we want to study why was this system of payment agreed to by the Malaysian government.
Has this practice always been practiced by the Najib government or perhaps before, or this is a new development?
As far as I know, it was only during Najib's government.
You revise many mistakes of the old government, the old cabinet.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with the old cabinet? How to prevent it in the future? Because like that, they make the decision in the cabinet.
Yeah, they made decision in the cabinet, but the decision was wrong. It affects us. It's not good for our country, because for the government, in fact, because they have this system of payment according to time without regard for the progress of work. So this is what the previous government does. We don't want to do that. Okay.
I do.
News reports are there. The government is asking the Petronas chairman to leave.
I don't know about that.
I mean, are you exploring a new Petronas chairman maybe?
No, I don't know about that. You telling me. Thank you.
Tun over here, Tun. Tun, bagaimana dengan allowance kepada atau peruntukan kepada MP pembangkang?
Ya.
Peruntukan kepada pemimpin ahli parlimen pembangkang.
Ya, kita bagi peruntukan kepada mereka, tetapi kuranglah sikit.
Tun, over here, Tun.
Kurang tu berapa?
Ya, kita bagi 200 kepada parlimen kerajaan dan 100,000 kepada mereka.
Okay, Tun, over here, Tun. Tun.
500,000 to us, 100,000 to them.
Tun, can we get a clarification? You said that in the new parliament sitting on July 16, you'll be also tabling new laws for SST and then also abolish the GST that is now zero rated. So we are abolishing GST totally, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when are we having a new foreign minister? Because you're sending the foreign minister to discuss about
I'm trying to fill up my cabinet, if possible, by the end of this week, but it may extend to next week.
Tun, Joseph from Reuters here, Tun, over here.
Yeah.
Sorry, you raised quite a few issues just now, so I just got a few quick questions. One, has the government accepted the Tan Sri Muhammad Ibrahim's resignation, and how soon will you meet the Agong to discuss his successor? Two, has the cabinet discussed the plan to replace the Bursa Malaysia chief? And if yes, do you have a short list of candidates? Three, you mentioned no warships in Malacca Straits or South China Sea. What are you referring to? Are you saying that you are not, Malaysia is not open to freedom of navigation operations or naval exercises? And four, on the MH17 issue. Yeah, just
one at a time lah.
Okay, sure. Okay, so at least for the three, Tun. Okay.
Have I received the?
No, has the government accepted the resignation by Tan Sri Muhammad Ibrahim?
Yeah, we have accepted.
Okay, and how soon will you meet the Agong?
As soon as possible.
Okay. Okay. And did the cabinet discuss possibly replacing the Bursa Malaysia chief in the meeting?
We have not discussed.
Well, is it on the table?
I didn't see it on the table.
And on what you mentioned earlier about no warships in the Malacca Strait.
No, that is our policy. Of course, we cannot force it. We cannot enforce it even. But we would prefer there will be no warships around Malaysia. Because some other countries, seeing some countries having warships there are already asking that they should have their warships in this area, and that is not healthy. Okay?
On the monopoly of reviewing the...
Yeah.
Hi. You mentioned just now that you're also reviewing the policy on monopolies. Which are the corporations that you're looking at, and which are you starting with, and why?
Well, there is a monopoly on the import of rice into Malaysia. But there are other monopolies. Procurement and all that. So we have to look into the operation of monopolies to see whether we should abolish that or reduce or do whatever, which is good for the country.
Sir, I was wondering...
Saya ada dua soalan. Yang pertama berkaitan dengan position Menteri Agama. Adakah akan ada peruntukan khas untuk, bukan peruntukan, maksudnya posisi khas untuk Menteri Agama? Dan yang kedua berkaitan dengan jawatan kuasa untuk mengkaji semula JAKIM. Bagaimana dengan progres dia?
Kita akan lantik menteri dalam Jabatan Perdana Menteri dan kita akan tentukan tugas mereka, mungkin juga berkenaan dengan agama. Yang kedua apa dia?
Jawatan kuasa JAKIM untuk mengkaji semula JAKIM.
Kita nak kaji semula JAKIM.
Tun.
Has the cabinet discussed scrapping ECRL, and what are the costs involved in scrapping ECRL?
Well, we want to negotiate to ensure that we don't have to spend so much money on ECRL, East Coast Railway, because we can afford. Also, we have found that that contract also includes payment according to a specified time, and so far as we can determine, the work done is much less than the payments that has already been made.
So the project will go on?
The project we will study and see whether we can either defer or we can terminate.
Sir, I was wondering...
Well, I was hoping ladies first.
Oh.
No. Okay lah.
I apologize.
Sir, I was wondering if you can please clarify your position on the fake news bill.
Of the?
The fake news bill. The fake news.
Yeah, there will be anti-trade.
Sorry,
anti-fake news. I thought you said trade.
I apologize. No, the fake news bill. Yes,
Fake
I was
news.
wondering if you can please elaborate your personal position on that.
We want to get rid of this very restrictive law, and this will be studied by members of parliament. They will debate with the intention that we should do away with this restrictive law, draconian law.
Thank you.
So the previous government actually agreed to a devolution of powers with regards to the Sarawak State government, where some of the minerals and natural resources will be given back to the Sarawak people. And there was also an issue on the Petroleum Development Act. Yesterday, Petronas filed a case on this matter. What is your opinion?
No, I leave it to Petronas whether they can succeed or not in the court action they have taken.
Will your present government actually honor the devolution of powers that were given to the Sarawak State government?
Well, we will honor all that we have committed to, but Petronas claims that the Petroleum Development Act gives Petronas certain powers, which now the Sarawak government says they are also entitled to exercise such powers. So the case has gone to the courts. It is up to the courts to decide.
Okay, Tun ada cakap yang kabinet akan diumumkan minggu depan. Adakah ia 26 atau 27 orang menteri yang mengambil kira penyertaan daripada Sabah dan Sarawak juga, Tun?
Ya, kita akan ambil kira semua pandangan dan tunggulah sekejap. Kami akan bagi tahu 26, 27 atau 28 ataupun 500.
Tun, a question over.
Berdasarkan ada senarai yang tengah viral sekarang tu, kos perbelanjaan untuk Agong selama 16 bulan hampir 10 bilion. So adakah benda tu betul ke macam mana tu?
Saya tak tengok artikel tu, saya dengar cerita aja.
Datuk Kadir Jassim pun dalam blog dia pun menyatakan perkara sama tu.
Yalah, dia kata, tapi saya nak kena kaji lah, tengok betul ke. Untuk berapa tahun, setahun ke, 10 tahun ke, saya tak tahu.
Dia kata dalam 16 bulan.
Oh, saya kaji tengok, saya bagi tahu kepada Tuan.
Okey, terima kasih
Tun, a question over here. Hi, Tun. Lynn from BFM. I was just wondering, you mentioned the cabinet is reconsidering loan policy requirements. I was wondering if the cabinet was also considering any measures to lower the overall cost of property in Malaysia. There have been some concerns that relaxing policy requirements could lead to a housing bubble.
Cost of housing. We are looking into this. We have some ideas about how to reduce the cost of housing. We will explain this later.
Okay, terima kasih ya.
Now it is zero rated GST, but we will abolish GST when Parliament meets.
Okay.
Amen.
Okay, terima kasih ya.
Ya, terima kasih.
Terima kasih.